So we're going to show our calving gate here today as well. This performance steel calving gate. It goes the full length of the span. You have your post here which is bolted down onto concrete. You have your head catcher here which has an automatic quick release handle on it. So you set it so that the teeth are up. We have a lot of different teeth on it. They seem excessive, but you will find if you have only 4 or 5 of these that the tiniest little bit is enough just to pull it really tight, because when they're anxious at calving time they're inclined to pull their heads out and pull back. So we give it a good hard pull. The arm itself is a shape which allows the animal to move up and down, but if you're in the middle of calving, the calf gets stuck at the hips and she decides to fall over, lie down with the pressure. When she lies down, it's tapered out at the bottom. So if you can see that there, that allows you her to lie on her side. Now we have a pin adjustment here that you can move that out if you have bigger animals or smaller animals, dairy cattle or whatever. So you can leave the optimal amount of width at the bottom for the different size of cattle when they turn on their side. It's just to avoid the animal choking while you're pulling the calf. So when the calving is done, you just turn this handle. That allows that to release. We reset it behind there and you just let the handle back down for the next thing. So now we're just going to put her into the gate and see how we get on. Just to point out a few different points with our calving gate and how to go about getting the animal into the trap safely for yourself. We have this telescopic part here so it'll fit from the opening that we have here, but then if your opening is different from back towards the back of the pen, this gate can telescopic out and can be latched into the back wall making a crush. I can show you that in a minute. The other thing is to have a soft rope. We use this, it's a marine rope used in yachts. It's very quick to slide, so when you pull your headlock to trap the animal, it slides and comes very fast, because you might only just get the one chance if the animal is nervous and aggravated around calving time. You just give it one big pull. So as you can see now, the feet are there just inside the passage. You can see them pressing out and she's ready to calve. Water bag is a long time burst, well over an hour, the second water bag. So we're hoping she's opened enough and ready to go. So we'll just go ahead and try and catch her in the trap. So what I do is I open this latch and then I close it again. This is just a safety precaution in case the animal, sometimes at calving time can get very protective, very aggressive, and if she came at me with the gate will come back and jam there. So if she pushed me over, hitting the gate will come back and jam. She won't get out onto the passageway. Okay, so just want to try and get into the trap now. Twist the tail slightly in a circle. It seems to help go forward. As you can see, we've made a crush here that she's inclined. She has very little option and you can go forward. When she's in the trap then, you give that a good pull. Make sure and have it at the very tightest notch. We don't want her coming back during calving. She gets out of the trap during calving, the jack comes off, which could be at a critical time and cause a lot of trouble. So what we try and do to even calm these animals is keep them good and tight. Give them a sense of security once they're tight. So what we've done was just have an ordinary rope and we push and push to get her good and tight. That holds her in position. Then we open open this gate and take away the main gate. Now this leaves me with more room to work with the calving jack and everything like that. Why we use a rope, just a tip, is that if she did get her head out of the trap and she came back very quickly on this, if it was a chain or anything like that, a lot of people use a chain, it just means that you can't release it, there's too much pressure, she's pushing back, you're trying to calve her, she won't go forward back into the trap. So we've used a rope so that we can always take out a knife and cut the rope if you're under pressure, so it's always better to use a rope to hold her in position. Now in the case of the cesarean section, we have this gate here that opens away and leaves the vet with lots of room to eject the animal and to open her to take out the calf. The other thing we've done is made the gate a little bit higher than all the other gates in the shed, so there's room to lift the calf up and out while keeping this gate in position. It's important to keep the gate in position because when you're pulling the calf out during a section, the cow has the time to fall over because sometimes this leg can go to sleep from the anaesthetic, and when you're pulling the calf out she can actually fall over, which can be detrimental during a section. So what we try and do is keep her in that position and take the calf out while that gate is in position. Now hopefully we won't have to do a section today, that's the thing. Now she's ready to go.